and it's just growing. Give them words of encouragement. What do they need to do next, and how can maybe we help them?
Yeah, I mean, I think you need a group of people to buy into it, believe in the message, and then I also think working within the community, as you all have done here, of getting people aware of the shed, increasing, notoriety of the shed, and helping one another, so that if you bring a men's shed to the community, it's going to benefit the community and the members of it. So getting that buy-in, I think, from other people, because everybody has a different skill set, right? And everybody can
Of who we are, that they're doing a really good job, even though you may not.
People are to share their skills of am I going to feel dumb for using this or asking this question? But that's not what this leadership is.
For the intergenerational mentoring, the older sharing and teaching the younger, and not only intergenerational, but it's even more critical, and for reasons we don't have to state, but we'll state them anyway, interracial.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a place, and we have that here, Tommy.
Yes.
Right? But at the same time, that all. Now, what part of those three letters don't you understand? A-L-L. But am I right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, that was a question for you to pick up and run with, I guess. Is there anything we should...
No, we pride ourselves in...
that up, too. I witnessed that when you took Melinda. I know I look like these guys, but I'm in place.
wants to come, and they walk in the door. Now, they got to be willing to pay the money.
Important.
RustonShed.org. We're being on the Facebook page. There is a link to Dr. Melinda Hienz's work. I didn't have a chance because when they follow
work about sheds in Ireland. So that's primarily the research that I published. I also have a new article coming out about a survey of U.S. sheds that will be coming out later this year.
Oh, really? Who did the survey? I'd like to know.
So it was spread throughout the U.S. So I think you all participated. Some Minnesota folks participated. Wisconsin. I'm trying to.
Sheds who are going to watch this later to participate in that, or is that over?
That one is over, but stay tuned for future opportunities, because I want to keep with this shed line of research.
So you're going to keep Fulbrighting as long as possible to
just keep on
document this every step of the way. We'll work for food.
Let's give one of the things that we do on a regular basis is participate with the National Association. Now, right now, there's 20 or 30 sheds with men and men's situations, particularly older men, recognized in the U.S. government. That is one of the things that they push real hard. The other is cooperation among sheds, and we have participated with them for we think it's really important that we support and further the goals of the National Association. They're going through things just like all national associations do, but their whole bottom line is the well-being of men's sheds. Yeah. And we've been a part of
all these tools just started showing up on that. To what you just got a huge donation, not only of tools but material. Well, we're talking what kind of wood did?
And we went over there and got 3 good sized, almost too big for the solid
ones we cut up were too big, sweet gum.
Shed that will get them the
opportunity this year, and $120 this year, and $120 next year, and they can use it. But we do have wood that's been here for 5 years that we have out there that is available. Now, if somebody has a big project, we ask they bring their own wood. Different folks, the paneling that goes all the way around the shop that's there now that was not here before, it and the 2 befores. Pierce Lumber has come through several times and donated stuff to us. Pay dues or you pay a daily fee. But generally we have wood available. And we ask for some help with it, but it's not mandatory.
I guess what I'm also trying to make the connection here, Melinda, is that just as much as there is a need, there is always something out there of people wanting to give to that need once they find out that need. So, for example, there was no men's shed until Beulah shows up and starts talking, and then the vision starts happening, and then boom, a place happens, and here comes tools.
What was the man's name, Ray?
Oh.
Yeah.
I just looked at it earlier. David Weatherby, I think it was.
In Monroe, West Monroe.
He lived in Monroe.
Had a stroke, had $20,000+ worth of tools in a warehouse. And he gave, instead of selling them, which he could have done, he gave them to Beulah. to use. And when we started, we had an instant shop almost. That and Doug Postel, between the two,
Yep.
we started at a heck of a start.
Wow. And I think for families like that feels really meaningful, right? That other people, somewhat like a loved one, and they're thinking, yeah, we could sell it, but wouldn't it be better, maybe in this person's honor or legacy, that other people would be creating things out of it?
We have roughly three pieces of each type of equipment. There's a couple of three that we don't have but one of because it's so big and heavy. Every bit of that has either been given to us, the tool has been given to us, or the money for the tool has been given for us. We have
amazing.
paid for next to
Trying to focus on this for those that are watching and will watch later.
He is a man who retired. He was a single man, and he said he would just look out the window all day, wondering how he was going to pass the day. And so joining the men's shed really turned his life around, and he was very honest about that.
Well, keep riding that thought too, because we all have our own thoughts to ourselves, and we think people don't know and they don't understand, but they're not alone in those. And what would that be?
Right. So, I mean, we all have worries, and, we don't necessarily know what another person is worth. To know people more, I feel more comfortable opening up, and chances are that somebody else has encountered something similar, and they might be able to speak to that and help me feel like
Job, he had a bad day, if ever you want to read it, the first chapter of Job, and his three friends traveled from afar, and they saw he was in that condition. But it said they saw him in that. So the point being, until you're shouldered.
community sheds are more important than people realize. It's much deeper than just woodwork, I think.
much, much deeper.
Yeah.
Well, there has been study after study lately that has come out saying, particularly since COVID, that isolation is the number one problem, and by a group of doctors that even said that isolation is worse than, does more harm than smoking cigarettes,
Right, right.
which is astounding.
Like physical health and like the risks for smoking, but yeah, we need to be talking more about the mental
Yeah.
health risks too, because
Right,
those are really
right.
detrimental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not offering a panacea, but this is an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're going to be here till Saturday. Are you looking for anything specific? Do we need to put out the? We
well,
want you to get an A on your Fulbright exam.
Okay. Well, I would say that anybody who maybe is a member, of the men's shed, if you haven't been out in a while, please come back. I'll be here tomorrow if you'd want to do like an interview out and check out what is here, because it's pretty special, I think. So I think once you see what is here, you're going to want to learn more. So I guess that would be my appeal.
All right, the community, Ruston Community Men's Sheds, Farmable Highway, north of I-20. That's what, exit 86. I'm going to put it 2 miles, you say?
About.
Old Landry's Seafood. You thought that was a Mexican restaurant. And then
And it's good food.